Hi guys, hi, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing a very exciting project pan update, and this update is for October, and I have 5 more empties. Well, actually, truth be told, one of them is a declutter and you'll find out why, but it's a good declutter. It's a good declutter. I did get some use out of it, but it needs to go. That's all I got to say. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please keep on watching. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I'm a lover of all things high-end colorful beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry as a field leader for Ulta, and I get a lot of education in my position. I like to bring you that education here on my platform, but I just like to talk about makeup. I'm assuming that if you're here, you also like to talk about makeup. It's my happy place. It soothes my soul. I hope that it soothes your soul also. And I hope that you'll find that you love it here and that you'll want to subscribe before you go. With that said, let's roll into this Project Pan update because I am so excited about it, I could burst. So let's walk into this Project Pan right now. So I'm going to go in order of how I rolled them in because that's how they're on my paper. This is the Winky Lux Unibrow. This is a brow pencil, and it's not a horrible brow pencil. It's not my favorite kind of brow pencil because I really like a precision brow pencil. It does have a spoolie on the one end. I would consider repurchasing it. I rolled this product in June. At the June update, and at the time it weighed 9 grams and there was quite a bit more product. This is where we're at currently. I feel like I've used this. I'm using it even when I don't have to use it because it's in my project pan. Y'all know I get my eyebrows done by the magical hands of an arch expert in one of my stores every 3 to 4 weeks. I also get them tinted, so I don't typically need a brow pencil. But this isn't a bad brow pencil in terms of brow pencils. My favorite is the Precisely My Brow. I've just found that I just don't wholeheartedly love the shape of this brow pencil because it's kind of got that like teardrop shape and it's big and you can't get the precise like hair-like strokes that I like to have. I also am not a huge fan of the spoolie, mostly because it's got just the blunt edge instead of coming to a taper. But I find that to be true of a lot of brow pencils that I have, including the Precisely My Brow. So with that said, I love the color of it. It's a universal brow pencil color. So I, in terms of universal brow pencils, thought of like the Cosmetics Wonder Brow or whatever it's called. I don't love that pencil. I actually quite dislike that pencil. One of the reasons is because I find it just to be a little bit too warm. This has got a really great cool tone appeal to it, and it just perfectly suits what I'm looking for in my brows. I love a cool tone brow because my hair is always weird colors. It just goes with everything. So love this brow pencil. You guys see the pictures of the use on it. I'm really happy with the use that I've been able to accomplish with this brow pencil. I do feel like this is a product that I can have done by the end of December in the finale in January, which is something I'm really happy about because it'll be just one more product, but I just don't think that I'm going to see this emptied prior to that point, if it is emptied at that point. So with that said, I also like measured it on this piece of paper as to where it was last time and where it is now. I also got me a handy dandy index card like Filofax or whatever, so that I quit losing these silly pieces of paper that I put all this stuff on, and I have it measured out on here as well to go forward using this guy because I keep losing these papers. So there's that. Product 1, that's where we're at. The second product that I rolled into my collection was the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly in Chill, which is just a clear gloss, and it was a mini, and you guys can see, I hope, that it is completely empty. So this was rolled in July, and it weighed 13 grams. Last update, it weighed 13 grams, and as of now, I emptied it on the 23rd of this month was the last time I was able to use it, and it still weighed 12 grams. So we know that this component, as a 12-gram component. I really like the Tower 28 lip jellies, and I feel like they go on your lips, they moisturize your lips, and you can feel them later, but it's a really thin formula, not a super thick formula. And I love that about this. I would buy another clear gloss in this formulation because I absolutely adored it. I have 2 full-size Tower 28 lip jellies, and I love them. The next product is also an empty product. It is the next one that I rolled in, and it was the Dermalogica Self-Esteem Beauty Sleep Serum. And when we brought this in August, it weighed 61 grams. Last update, it weighed 55 grams, and it is empty at 51 grams. My first line marking was that first yellow, or that first orange. Orange is my project pan color. Last month, my line marking was here, and now it is an empty product. The last time I was able to use it was on the 21st of September. It was a decent serum. What I would say about it is that I didn't really notice any difference using this serum in my skin. So do I think that it's a serum that you need to have in your collection? No, because I didn't notice any difference. It has glycolic, salicylic, and absorbic acids. I didn't notice any kind of skin replenishment or, turnover or anything like that utilizing this. I've had better serums is what I'm saying. I can't remember how much that one cost, but I would not repurchase that one. The next item rolled in was the Pretty Vulgar Hush blush, and this guy rolled in August 4th as well. This weighed in at 46 grams when we rolled it in, and in the last update it weighed in at 46 grams, and this update it also weighs in at 46 grams. I do think that you could maybe see like an incredibly large dip in the middle of the pan, but it just feels like this is the never-ending blush. Like, this has been in my collection for quite some time. I did get it in a BoxyCharm, and I haven't subscribed to BoxyCharm for years. This used to be my fixer blush. I think I've said this before, in which I would use it knowing that it blended out beautifully and could really match any color blush I put on and help create semblance of that blush if that blush was patchy or anything like that. I don't find that to be true anymore with this. Like, I don't find myself wanting to reach for this blush ever, to be honest. I think I only used it maybe 4 times in the last month, and one of them was as an eyeshadow. It's not a bad color. It's pretty, but I just don't find that I want to use it anymore. Something about how it performs these days for me, you can definitely tell the formulation of it has changed. Powder products last forever, but like this has like forever been in my collection. So I remember saying when I rolled this in that it would probably go at the end of the year. I don't know. I might keep it in as another project pan item for next year just to see if I can hit pan on it. But if I hit pan on it this year over the next 2 months, I will probably just toss this blush at the end of the day. It's just not, I just don't want to reach for it. And when you guys see my blush collection video, you'll understand why I can just let this go. My daughter loves it. My daughter would love it. So we will see. The next product also rolled in August that month. I had a lot of roll-ins in August. Is the Urban Decay Afterglow Highlighter. This is not the first time this has been in a project pan. This is actually, I think it's second project pan that it has been in. And this one, the goal was just to hit pan on it. And I just don't think I'm anywhere near close. It rolled in at 49 grams. Last update, it was 47 grams. This update, it is again 47 grams. There's not a lot of change in the depth of the dip in there, so I don't know how we managed, 2 grams of usage in the last 2 months. But really, it was that first month's worth of use. So I don't see this going anywhere soon. This won't be popping out of my project pan. It was stupid of me, I feel like, to roll in 2 products that I know we're not going to see emptied by the end of the year in August, especially when I have a 50 unit goal for my project pan. That was just silly of me. The next product that I rolled in was also in August, and it was the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. And when I rolled this in, it was brand new in my collection, which is why I rolled it in. This is the length of the pencil now. It is quite a bit smaller. I do use this pencil all the time. I line my lips with this all the time. It is on my lips today. I use it almost daily. Almost daily. It's lasting a long time. I love the creaminess of it. It's a beautiful pencil. I will be doing a video trying to find a dupe of it in my ColourPop lippy pencil collection, because I also love the ColourPop lippies. I mean, nothing like going from $28 to a $6 pencil, but I've also got it measured out on these 2 pieces of paper that you can see, because it's not one that we weigh. But I'm really happy with the progress of that pencil. I do think that that pencil will be gone at the end of the year. I, in the last 2 months, have gotten this much use out of it. It's like half the size that it was when we rolled it in brand new. So I'm really happy with that product. The next one is the Context Nude Lip Balm. Now this was rolled in August, but at the latter half of August. So the first time you saw it was last month's update. And I had very, very little product of this left. It was my purse balm. I love this balm. And the reason why I rolled it in is because there was very little of it left, and I wanted to get it all used up, because I have a backup of it that was sent to me via IPSY. I didn't go out and purchase it, but I have a second one of these in my collection. So I rolled it in last month on the 28th. I have a picture of where it sat on the 28th. And this is what it looks like today. You guys can see. I actually dug this product out of there, which I swore I was never going to do again, but I dug it out. I love this product so much. It was the only product that, the only balm product that I took with me to Vegas when I went to Vegas. And that is why it is dug out, because I needed to get my finger in there to put some stuff on my lips. Vegas is dry, you guys. And I never in a billion years anticipated that my lips would feel as parched as they did while I was there. So this was kind of a saving grace for me, but I did have to dig it out. So this is, again, another one of the empties. So far we have 3 empties that I have shown you. The next product we have is the Marc Jacobs Highliner. This was also rolled in at the end of September, or at the end of August. So the first time you saw it was the September update. I rolled it in $8.28 to replace, I think, another eyeliner by Marc Jacobs. This one being a little bit longer, a little bit different. The other one was like fine liner, and this one is a highliner. This is one of my favorite eyeliner pencils. It is red, but it's like a deep, like burgundy red, and it goes with so many of my eye looks so well. I love it. That is where we're at with it right now. I'm really happy with the use on it. I do think that I can have it done at the end of the year, but I don't think it's going to be done anytime before the end of the year. These are just really creamy, really nice eyeliners. I love the Marc Jacobs eyeliners. If I could get my hands on them and purchase every single one of them, I would probably do so. They're really great. They stay in place. They go nowhere, and they don't tug. There's a no tug system when you're putting them on your eyes. I find that they stay better than a lot of my other pencils on my lower lash line. I have super watery eyes. I typically struggle with having a liner stay on my lash line, but not with that one. So I'm really happy that I still have a couple more months of use on that product, but I do think it'll probably be gone by the finale, which I am super happy with. And the last 2 products that I have in this are products that are also empty, one of them being one that I'm decluttering. So let's go through the empty one first. This is the Ciate Shadow Flip. It was rolled in last month after being in my Shop My Stash. I decided that there wasn't much left of this, so I was going to roll it in, and I hope that you guys can see it is like empty. I even pulled the stopper out of this guy, which I don't typically do, just to get the last remnants that were down at the bottom of this component. The last time I was able to wear this was on, actually just a couple days ago, while I was in Vegas. I did use it just to top over the top of the eyeshadow look that I was wearing for the day. And it was so dry, but it was I took the stopper out. So of course it's going to dry up just a little bit. And even now, just taking this guy out, like it just kind of falls all over the place as if it's a dry shadow. But I did get a really decent amount of use out of this. When I rolled it in, it weighed 11 grams, and now empty, it weighs 10 grams. There's nothing left of this though, and I really did enjoy it. I would purchase one of these. I think this came to me in an IPSY, but I would purchase one of these. I didn't find it to crease at all, which I was really, really happy with. And it was pretty much perfection for the multi-chromal aspect of it. It really did show up on my eyes, and I really did love it. The last thing is the item that I am decluttering, and I think that I have made mention of this in a couple different videos since making my last update, but I rolled this in last month thinking it was in my Shop My Stash. It's kind of starting to smell. I need to get as much of it used as I can, but I am rolling it out, you guys, because this smells so bad. When I rolled it in September, it weighed 16 grams. I'm decluttering it today. I cannot remember what it weighs, but I do have the markings of where it was last month versus where it is now. I've gotten quite a bit of use out of it, but this smells so bad, and it lingers all day long. Like, I can smell it all day long. I also dropped it on my carpet the other day and had to take a paper towel and get some of the goop off of it, which was gross to me, and threw that paper towel into my garbage can, and I can still smell it. Like, I have an incredible sniffer. Like, I know I've got superhuman power when it comes to smells and scents, but I shouldn't be able to smell this like that. So I am decluttering this because there's just no chance in hell that I am ever putting it back onto my skin. If it smells that bad and I can smell it all day long, I don't want it anywhere near my nose. So 5 empties. I've now got 5 products for you that I'm rolling in. So first and foremost, I am rolling in the Smashbox eyeliner in Fishnet. It is the black eyeliner, and I think that even though I already have an eyeliner in this project pan, it is red and this one is black. I use a black eyeliner all the time. I think I have 3 black eyeliners in my eyeliner caddy, so putting one into my Shop My Stash is super easy peasy. And even though you would think I would go through this rather quickly, I don't think this will be gone by the end of the year for the finale for Project Pan, because I only use black eyeliner sparingly, and I use it in my my Tightline also. So there's only a couple small areas that this goes onto. So I do have a picture of where it is on this card for you guys that I will pop a picture in here of. And that is how we're going to measure the use on this guy, because I'm not weighing this pencil. I'm trying not to weigh pencils anymore. The next product I am bringing in to replace the eye shadow is a Bobbi Brown shadow stick. Now, this was in my Shop My Stash. That's how I got familiar with it. This is where we're at right now. What I love about this is that I can use this as an eye shadow, but I can also use it as an eye primer. So it will be quite nice to have in my project pan, and I do feel like I can have this done by the end of the year. I use eyeshadow primer every single day, but if I also use it as an inner corner highlight or a brow bone highlight, it can go just that much more quickly. And I am liberal with my use of it, not using too much, but I am liberal with my use of eye primer. I want to make sure I have a blank canvas to do my eyeshadow on. So I do think that this could be done by the end of the year. Time will tell. We will see. These Bobbi Brown eyeshadow sticks are amazing. So happy to be bringing that into my project pan. That one is in the shade Vanilla. To replace the, Serum, I wanted to go another skincare product, but I also want another makeup empty. But I don't think that this is going to be an empty. What I do know is I have 2 of these, and it makes sense for me to put this in. This is the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer. My mother gave me both of the ones that I currently have because they came to her in BoxyCharm. So I did mark the back of the bottle. This is a heavy bottle. It weighed in today at 100 grams. So we will not only see usage via the markings, but we will also see usage via, you know, weight changes on it. But it, again, is a heavy product. So I know it's still going to have quite a bit of weight to it when we are empty with it. But I do think that I will get a ton of usage out of that. I love that primer. It's absolutely one that I love using on top of other primers as well. So I can see that going pretty quickly. I do not think it will be gone by the end of the year. Potentially, because I always have another primer that I'm also working on through Shop My Stash, but I do think we'll see quite a bit of usage on it, and any usage on it will just help me out next year when I'm probably going to put it into a project pan because I have 2 in my collection. The next product I am bringing in to replace one of the lip products, or the lip products in the project pan. I don't really do like a full face of, but I like to try and do like for like as similarly as possible, is another gloss. This is one of the Clinique Pop Glosses, and frankly, I am too blind to read what it is on the bottom. This one is just a mini. It came in one of their holiday kits. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, one that I got as a, you know, exchange gift from one of my peers, but this weighs in at 13 grams, and currently, to my best knowledge, this is where we're sitting at right now in terms of how much product is left in the product. Now, I say there is where I think it is, but then I hold it up to the light and I think it's actually a little bit higher than that. I think we're looking at, you know, probably about 3/4 full instead of 2/3 full. Yeah, definitely my line marking is wrong. So when we don't have line markings for the next 400 years, that's why. But it weighed in at 13 grams. That's where its line marking is, and I'm excited to see how we end the year with that. I do know the last Clinique gloss that I had, I think, was also weighing in at 13 grams when we rolled it out empty, and I had taken the stopper out of it and everything. They're really easy to use. I love those glosses. It's actually on my lips on top of Iconic Nude. I love it. It's a great gloss. The last product, the 5th new product that I'm rolling in this month, is to replace the bronzer, and that is this Bare Minerals bronzer in Warmth. This is one of my favorite bronzers, if I'm honest, but it's a mini, and I'm trying to rid my collection of minis, hence this, because I want full-size items, or I want all minis. Although I do believe that mini is the way to go with highlighters, bronzers, and blushes, because you just don't go through them very fast. With that said, I'm rolling this guy in. This would be, if I'm able to finish it, which I don't think will happen, this would be the 2nd bronzer of this size that I will have project panned out of my life this year. So that would be an exciting moment, but I don't think it'll be gone at the end of the year. Today I'm rolling it in at 20 grams, and it's got quite a bit of usage on it, but it's also pretty hard pressed. So, I mean, I've used it a ton and there's no dip in this pan whatsoever. So I just think also that this will be a really easy size to take with me out of town as a bronzer when I need to go out of town if I don't have a lot of space, which I ran into in Vegas. So with that said, all the pictures are taken. I'll try and get them in some semblance of an order. I hope that you guys enjoyed my project pan update. I'm really excited about the project pan update this month because we had 5 empties, or, you know, 4 empties and a declutter. I'm really excited about it. I hope that you guys are too. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I would love to banter with you back and forth down there. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you and yours are safe, that you're well, that you're getting along as best you can in this crazy world that we're living in. I hope that you loved it or me so much that you'll want to subscribe before you go. And I hope that you all are loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye friends.